So Meg, you look sharp today, by the way.
Thank
I don't know what's
you.
going on. You're wearing a
Thank you.
jacket. You're looking like the part.
Hey, I have style. I'm clearly best dressed in this company. And, I got my new jacket and I came in and I was like, yeah, I'm going to feel myself today. So.
Yeah, no swim trunks. You're looking sharp.
Thank you. That's like the nicest thing you ever said to me.
So I made a Facebook post of wanting some floor plans of some rooms in our assisted living, and I put it out there on Facebook. I tagged you because I knew you might have a solution.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, this is the app that I used in the past. My free trial did expire, so you got to pay for it now. But you go in and you just scan the room with your phone. It's super easy, and then it creates the different floor plans that you want. So one is just like basic floor plans it's like stereotypical ones, and then you can add your logo to it, or you can add like different actions to it. Or if you really wanted to, you can make it at 3D, and then it adds the furniture and everything. Okay. Or you can do a video rendering too.
And you think is it easy to put that on our website then?
Oh yeah, it's super easy.
Okay. We did it before?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you have the job.
I mean, it's going to take a while to scan the entire group, the care home, right?
I want to do the different floor plans.
Okay.
Like there's 6 different bedrooms.
Okay.
I'm not doing the home.
Okay, gotcha.
Does it dimension it or no? Because I don't need dimensions.
You can add that if you want.
Okay.
It's all just different features, and then
we could take some dimensions out if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
So.
We could go try it on a vacant room and then an occupied room and just see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay. That would be a big help.
Cool.
Let me know when you can go there someday with me around 10 or 11.
Okay. Well, this week on Thursday, I'm going with Mike and Kim down to Frederick to pick out granite for their house. To look at
Where?
Frederick.
Why Frederick?
Our new granite company that I've been using is based in Chambersburg, but their warehouse is in Frederick.
So they need to go pick it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I could probably fly them there.
Okay, so I have a crazy story from last week.
Crazy story, Meg.
Yeah. Okay, so I won't tell the whole story, but basically I got a notification, a lot of notifications last week, that one of my buildings were on fire.
Okay.
And what's funny about this is throughout the night at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I just had like this intuition, literally just woke up in the middle of the night and was like, oh my God, one of my buildings is on fire.
You had a feeling that one of your buildings was on fire?
Yes. So to tell the whole story, I was just having a really good week, and I'm a believer, so I just sat and prayed and thanked God for having a good week. And then that night, I was asleep, and in the middle of the night, literally 3 o'clock in the morning, around there, woke up from a dead sleep, and it was just like this overwhelming feeling of like one of my buildings is on fire, like
wow.
Cold-heartedly, like could not shake this feeling. And I just sat there and I prayed and I was like, please don't let this happen. And the next morning, woke up, did my normal routine, all was well. And then got a bunch of messages and phone calls, and it was like a building on Wayne is on fire.
So you thought it was yours for sure?
100%. I was like, oh my God, like it's happening. Yeah. And so I went running over there, come to find out that it was not my building, it was the neighbor's building.
Yeah, there's like a couple apartments in there, and I saw a lot of GoFundMes and stuff for the people that were in there, so. Yeah,
the one girl, apparently she's battling cancer.
Oh, wow.
And just lost her entire apartment and everything, so it's like, that's not good. So there was a GoFundMe page that was started for her.
Oh, wow.
I don't know about the other ones, but.
At least I saw 1 or 2 that was posted and people talking about it. Yeah. Was the place destroyed?
I know 2 of the apartments themselves were gone.
Do you know what caused it?
We do not know what caused it. They have not released that information, but
okay.
Here, let me see if I can find the one picture.
I saw a picture. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, like that's destroyed.
Wow.
So it was
That's
crazy.
weird. You wake up, you have an intuition that your building's on fire, and it's the one beside it. Like, that is so weird.
Yeah, it was a very crazy experience, but.
Yeah.
But
you have some crazy experiences while you're sleeping?
I do.
So you had a dream last night.
Oh my gosh.
You had a dream, what?
Yeah, my dream last night was traumatizing.
You, why is that traumatizing?
Because it was just like, oh my gosh, like where is this coming from? But
Can I say it or no?
I mean, okay.
You had a dream that your mom, right?
Yeah.
Was dating, right?
Yeah.
Eric Brewer.
Like,
That is crazy, Meg.
oh my gosh.
Well, he's probably
yeah.
going to see this, you know?
He probably is.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, hopefully he doesn't like reach out to her and hit her up.
I think he's happily married with
Yeah.
kids and all that stuff.
My
so-
mom is happily married
Yeah,
as well.
your
to be
mom's
very
a little.
clear.
Your mom's probably a little older than he is too. So
Yeah,
that's a
true.
crazy story.
Yeah. It was a weird-
Wonder if he'll see this video. So
All right, well, we can't make it like crazy.
it's not crazy. It's just a intuition or a dream you had.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was my crazy story from last week. That was very eye-opening, though. And
Meg, did you vote?
I did.
Who'd you vote for?
I mean, I voted for who I felt was the better candidate.
Are you gonna say who you voted for, Meg?
Probably not,
Okay.
even though it's the same person that you're voting for.
Not necessarily. You
Oh,
know,
I know. It's the same person that you're voted for. But yeah, today's the big day.
Big election day today. Something's gonna happen. Who knows what's gonna happen? It seems like it's a 50-50 split going into today.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Do you think we will know the answers from the election tonight?
no, there's no way. It'll probably be like a day, maybe 2 days.
Day or two.
Yeah.
Will you have a feeling tonight, do you think, or no?
I mean, maybe. God's on my side. God's got me.
Lately, yeah.
So, but no, today's a really big day. So lots to.
Hard to focus for me.
Really?
Yeah. I
Why?
I don't know. I've been getting texts and emails for the last 3 months, like every day. Like it's just
Yeah.
going to be glad to see it gone. And then I've even seen a lot of fighting amongst some of my friends that are, on both sides of the fence here. So it's really going to
Yeah.
be good to see it gone.
That is kind of one thing that like it's common courtesy not to really like talk about like politics because people get worked up over it one way or the other whichever
It's
way
gotten
they
heated
go.
lately. Not for me, but
Yeah.
people that I know and see, I can see it's getting heated between them. I let it go off my shoulders, but I've been seeing the heat starting to get crazy, and I've
Yeah.
never seen it this heated before.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you just want what is best for the American people.
Or what's best for Meg.
Hey, Meg loves Meg.
Meg does love Meg. Meg looks good today. You should make sure you get a picture of her today and put on that screen like a picture. Hold on.
But you gotta admit, I am best dressed.
I'm not gonna argue with you. Your backdrop sucks, but my taxes are paid for this year. Done.
For 2024?
Done.
2024 income tax is done.
I already paid it all.
Well, you prepaid everything. You paid them quarterly,
I've
but
overpaid from last year. I got a $300,000+ refund from last year, and now they say I don't owe any more for this year. So I overpaid drastically.
but your accountant is telling me that.
Yeah, my accountant is telling me that.
Yeah. So until everything's submitted, you don't 100% know.
I feel like she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah. But what happens if there's a big surprise?
Well, I don't spend that money that I'm getting. I'm just kind of holding it and getting ready to, hopefully just having a bigger cushion.
So what does that cushion look like to you?
What are you talking about?
For reserves.
A lot. I gotta be
You're
ready.
not gonna say a number?
No, I'm not saying a number.
Okay. But overall, everything is...
Yeah. Some people say you need 3 months, 6 months reserves. I don't know what that number is, but I can tell you that in the collective genius that I'm part of, that they say that people that have really turned the corner in business, when they can say they've not made it, but like one of the big hurdles in business is being able to have $1 million in cash, like in reserve that you don't have allocated to anything for if shit goes sideways.
So that doesn't include like long-term repairs or anything?
Not really. It could be like if like something major went wrong with a building and you needed it or whatnot. But my apartment complex, pretty much my apartment complexes all have reserves within their companies as well.
So I really want to take a day and like sit down with you and go over all my personal finances with you, because I think that would be beneficial for me.
You want me to go over your personal finances?
Yeah, because we talked about my net worth last week and you gave me a hard time about it. And so what I want to do is, one, make a list of all my properties and what I think they are worth versus what I owe, and actually get like an accurate net worth based on how much equity I have in those properties.
You want to talk through it with me on those properties?
I do think, generally speaking, I think we're over the hurdle in terms of the staleness.
Of what?
Well, things have just been kind of like non-existing. It's just been slow. Like, people have just been in this waiting game of like, you know, what's going to happen with this election. I feel like a lot of people aren't making decisions until they know who the president's going to end up being.
Yeah.
Which ultimately affects the market. Like, things have been, you know, a little bit slower. But I think after, you know, the election, I think things are going to start picking up again. We'll get all the holiday people that want to, you know, paint their house before they have, you know, guests over.
Are you getting some of that yet already, or no?
No, not really. But I think we're going to start getting over that hump.
Are there people looking for work yet?
Yes and no. It's
like employees working for work.
So we are looking for work, but you know, we're keeping.
No, are you getting contractors looking for work?
Yes and no.
Oh, okay.
So it's yes, they're looking, but they're still not like desperate.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, what do you have? And then, you know, I'll shoot them like, hey, this is a couple options.
Okay, but you're not getting I'll do anything type. Okay.
No.
That's. So what's going to make people want to work? Like, I feel like we need something to the tide to change in some regard for people to want to work.
I mean,
or is it they're just no matter what they make, they're not going to pay their bills? Do you feel like that there's that sentiment?
I mean, there's definitely that struggle right now. I mean, just the cost of everything is just crazy.
Yeah. Well, let's pause. Let's go back to your finance. So you guys can figure this out, right? If we go back to talking about her financials.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about you want to have a meeting with me on your financials?
Yes. So I have a financial advisor, which I really love. He does great. But I have a SEP IRA with him, a Roth IRA with him, and individual stocks with him. And my individual stocks, well, actually all those accounts have been very, very good lately. They're up 40% overall, which has been good.
Is that rolled over from your previous job type stuff?
My Roth, I rolled over, but individual stocks was just money that I've been setting aside forever and just putting into it. And then my SEP, I started in the last.
Can you still do a Roth IRA?
I don't think so.
Why?
Because it's income based.
So you make more than $250,000?
It's way less than that.
No, it's $250,000.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to ask him about that. I don't know. I thought it was way less than that. I thought it was like $100,000 or $125,000. Filing
as an individual, what's the max you can make and still put into a Roth IRA? ? What's the income limits for individual putting money into their Roth IRA? ? Oh. A single individual can contribute to a Roth IRA if their modified adjusted gross income is less than $161,000. Oh, if you're married, it must be below $240,000. So that's $240,000. So Meg,
I am technically married now.
Are you going to file joint? Are you going to file together?
No, we're going to file separately.
Why? Is it you get more benefits filing together, right?
I would probably get more benefits. It would probably hurt her. Because I pay quarterly. I mean, not that makes a huge difference, but...
Well, what happens is she just doesn't get a refund anymore then.
Yeah, that would... We keep everything separate.
You're married, Meg.
We keep everything separate.
I know, but you could still file together. Do you think I file separately from my wife?
I don't see how it would benefit both of us if we did that.
So you're going to still file individually?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm keeping everything separately.
Wow.
We didn't even take each other's last names. Like, come on.
Well, who should have switched, do you think?
That's up for debate, and we
Did you debate it? Did you both?
we
debate
did.
it?
We
Yeah.
both debated it, and ultimately we decided we're keeping our last names.
Is there any boys in her side of the family, or is it all girls?
She has a brother, but different. It's a half brother.
Okay, so I think you should have just taken her name
Why?
because she has all girls. She has all sisters.
But between me switching over all the businesses, all the assets, I mean, that's going to be a real pain. No way. I'm going to get shot. Or Sean, please don't do me dirty.
So, okay, I will sit down with you, Meg. I'll go over all your finances. We'll dissect your net worth. We'll come up with maybe a game plan of what you should do. I'll help give you values for the real estate that you have, and then you've got to let me know if they need any work. So we'll deduct that out. So we'll give a true estimate of what your net worth is,
Okay.
which we think is pretty high.
I think I'm doing pretty decent
Yeah.
for my age. Not where I want to be, but satisfactory.
So you've mentioned a few times you want to buy another rental or two. What's been holding you back? Why haven't you pulled the trigger?
Finding one that cash flows.
Okay.
Finding a deal, really.
Maybe you got to take one that doesn't cash flow. Have you thought about that?
Okay, you're giving me that advice, but you won't even take your own?
I don't need more real estate right now. So if I'm buying more real estate, I want it to cash flow.
But why would I not want that same thing?
Oh, I think you should. I think my way is the right way. I think you should just wait it out.
But, I mean, some people do play the equity game rather than the cash flow game.
True.
We play the cash flow game, a little bit of the equity game. But some people primarily just play for the equity game.
So I have a friend, his name is Mark, and he used to be in CG, and he only buys like $250,000 houses. Now, he doesn't buy them. He buys them at a discount, at a slight discount. But he does invest that $50,000 approximately per house out of pocket to get the deal up and going. It's the only way he can make a cash flow. And these rents are in the $2,000, $2,400 a month range. And I don't know how many houses he has. He might have 30. Let's say he has 30 right now. He said he hasn't had to evict anybody in like 4 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
And he's had one late payment. And they called beforehand and they worked it out and they figured it out.
That's awesome.
And these tenants in these higher end houses typically stay there 3 to 5 years.
So what market is he in?
He's in Iowa.
So why don't you think like we have that same results here in some of our nicer ones?
Well, I think I've mentioned it. I think I would like to transition at some point to some different type of stuff where you sell a whole bunch of these assets and then you roll that money into some other assets. I think I would like to do that at some point. Because there's, the higher end rentals, typically you have a better tenant. I noticed in his write-up, these are the people that he's putting in these houses are people he would go out to dinner with. Now, I'm not saying I don't go out to dinner with the people I know in my rentals, but I would. But that's how he characterized it in his post that he did the other day.
I mean, definitely you have different quality of tenants depending on the property too. I mean, having a place on Northwest Street, for example, is very different on a place on Pomfret Street. Like, I mean, I would invite the people that live on Pomfret Street over to my house.
Well, if you said Pomfret Street, and then you do like Indian Hills, okay, like the nice big development in Bowling Springs. Those houses are $300,000. If you found one in there at a little bit of discount for $250, you bought it, you fixed it up, you rent it out for $2,500. I still find it hard to believe. You still will once in a while have someone destroy a house, I think, even in those situations.
Why don't you think the people that can afford rent on a $300,000 house, why aren't they just buying? Like, what are the holdups there?
They don't have the down money. They, cost of living. They can afford to rent, but they can't afford to go buy the house. And there's no houses available.
Isn't that crazy to think about? That you can afford a rent, but you can't afford the actual house?
What's the down payment?
Well, it's the down payment and all that stuff that comes with it. But isn't that crazy to think like somebody can afford rent that's $3,000, but they can't afford a mortgage payment that's $3,000 because they can't get the down money.
Well, they would also rather just have a nice house for their family versus going and buying something that they really can afford.
Yeah.
So renting, they can overqualify they might not qualify to buy it, but they can rent it, and now they're, who knows? Maybe they can't show all their income, but they are making enough money, but they can't show all the income the way that they make it to buy the house. That could be a good example, right?
Yeah.
Because they're making cash, they're babysitting, and that cash is not, you can't use that to go buy the house.
Yeah,
There can be a lot of situations like that.
Yeah, and I guess people just do what they think is best, and they just do what they think they can afford.
Yeah. So is their flip just getting done right now? Do you think it will sell or what?
Yeah, so we are about ready to list 355 North 66th Street.
Yep. Is that Pembroke, or where is that?
It's
Oberlin?
I don't know what part
Does it
of
look
Harrisburg. Good? Yeah, it looks really nice.
New cabinets?
No, they were existing cabinets.
Oh my goodness. Are we ever going to put a new kitchen in?
They didn't need it. They were actually really nice. They're wood cabinets. The house, in my opinion, is pretty solid. We did new floor, we did new paint. We updated all the light fixtures, updated the electrical, we put a new panel in, just cleaned out the whole property, fixed a bunch of drywall. We didn't do a ton of work to it, but we did enough to make it feel good. And it's a nice solid house. You have 2 living rooms, you have 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, you have a full unfinished basement, you have a little laundry area, a nice sized kitchen, and then you have a great big sunroom, like an all seasons room.
Oh wow.
So that's really nice. And then it sits on a nice plot of land, and it's a good part of town.
It's getting listed today?
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Good.
It's a cute house, and it's definitely an affordable house. I think we're listing it for what, $260, $255?
Yeah.
Somewhere around in there. Then we also just got possession of one down in Middletown, and then we have possession of one in Carlisle. Now the game plan for those is just to clean them, and
Okay.
And list them. But both of those I think are going to sell relatively quickly too, because they're nice houses. Yeah, they need some TLC to them, but I think somebody's going to get in there and do some work themselves, and I think they can make it nice homes for them.
When is those getting listed?
So the one in Roosevelt, or the one in Middletown on Roosevelt, that just got cleaned out yesterday.
Okay.
So Dina's down there today cleaning it. So she might need a day, she might need 2 days to actually clean the house. So I'm waiting to hear back from her. The other one is on Coots Road here in Carlisle, and it's getting cleaned out today.
Okay.
They're probably going to need maybe 2 days to clean it out.
Who?
Dylan and Peyton are cleaning it out.
Like much stuff in those pictures, doesn't it?
In the house, there's really not much in the house. It's the garage.
Is that getting cleaned then too by Adina?
Yeah.
Adina?
Yep.
When?
As soon as they tell me that they're done with it.
Does she know about it?
Yeah, she knows about it.
Good.
She knows on her radar. She's probably going to get it probably closer to like Friday this week, but depending if they take 1 day or 2 days. Oh yeah, for sure.
What price are you selling that one for? $250?
I don't know what we have it.
Is it livable now?
It's livable. I wouldn't live there, but it's livable.
Meg, come on, Meg.
But if somebody goes in and puts new carpet in it,
does it need new carpet or not?
I would put new carpet in that house. Yes. But otherwise, I think it's livable.
They could get a loan on the house right now the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then they would paint it and carpet whatever they want to do, but they could be in there for $250. Can you buy any houses out in land for $250 with a garage like that? Is there a garage on the house or no?
No, it's a detached garage, and it's a 2-car garage, but then it has like a whole rooms up above it, which is really nice. You could probably, you could almost probably make an apartment above there.
Oh wow!
If somebody really wanted to.
Yeah, so lots of options.
Yeah, and then it sits on a really nice plot of land, and you have like this little fountain pond thing in the back. Super cute. Yeah, it's a super cute place.
So he's gotten tenants out of all the houses we had issues with, huh?
Those 2.
Is there any more that are still?
He got them out of, I guess he
got them all out.
Yeah, I guess
we made a big
out.
deal to Mike about getting these people out, and he got them all out kind of reasonably.
Yeah.
We should just trust Mike, huh?
That's on you. You're the one that likes to give Mike a hard time.
Well, I sold my flip. Now we just got to sell his flips.
No, you still have New Cumberland that we got to get sold.
That's Mike's. That's not mine. That's because we did the black. Once again, ugly. We should be, if we have new kitchen and no black, nothing painted black.
Okay, not one single person has given any feedback.
They're not going to tell you that. So okay, here's the thing.
The feedback is it's low ceilings upstairs, or like stuff that I can't fix.
But I think the darkness of the black trim and whatnot.
No, you're crazy.
So what color? Let's just ask everybody. So what color should we be painting cabinets? If we have to paint cabinets, should we paint them white?
I prefer white.
Or should we paint them black?
I prefer white.
Hire a painter and tell them to paint them. Like, I don't think I would have a trouble. Like, just hire a painter and demand that they paint them white.
Okay.
And when they don't, that's like, maybe we're missing something on how to do it. But ultimately, I think both of those houses should have had new cabinets.
I would agree.
I think we should have put new cabinets in both of those.
Yeah.
I think it would have helped us.
It would have been easier to do at New Cumberland versus Apple. Apple, we would have.
Cumberland, Apple, and Easy Road all should have had new cabinets.
Easy Road and Apple would have had the same problem. You would have been opening up a can of worms because that entire ceiling would have had to come down in both of those houses.
Meg, you doctor it up a little bit. You do a little, just do a new ceiling in there. Just drywall it. That's like $300.
Okay, yeah, $300. You can go do it for $300 because finding somebody that will.
You're a drywalling company.
No one in their right mind would drywall that.
How much does it cost to buy drywall, hang drywall, and finish it? Like, come on, find some cheap help. Find that guy that used to work for you all. What's his name?
Oh, no, we are not going there. I do not need him coming back into my life in any which way, shape, or form.
Just go send him out there, or send Justin and Jason to drywall it.
You think Jason is? Jason's more expensive than pretty much anybody to run.
That's true. That's true.
How would you feel if somebody voted for Rob Neidlinger as president? Like if they wrote your name in?
I have no desire. So Meg, okay. So what we need is some help here. So. We need people to give us some more topics. What do they want to talk about? Money, real estate, investing, finance. Like what topics are people struggling with? What do they want to hear from us? Like, give us some suggestions. What do they want to talk about? Does anyone want to come in and do a podcast with us? We need to do more podcasts, bring some people in, and get a third party to chime in here.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, anybody's welcome to come in anytime. Actually, in the last 4 days, I would say maybe 8 random people have come up to me and said that they love our reels.
Really?
So it's like all those people can come in and chit chat with us and get involved.
If anyone locally here wants to come in and do some reels with us, do some talking about real estate, finance, get some free advice, we're open to doing it. So if anyone's interested, just message Meg.
Okay.
To set it up.
Sounds good.